You know that moment when you're trying to find something, your phone, a good restaurant, or even answers to big questions. Spanish has a verb that fits perfectly that can be used for those situations. It's used when you're actively trying to track something down, whether it's lost, needed, or just wanted. It shows up in everyday life all the time. And this verb will help you find whatever you're looking for. Let's talk about this verb, how to use it, and I'll show you some examples as well. The verb I'm talking about is buscar. Buscar. Buscar is a verb, a Spanish verb that has some meanings, but everything is related to searching, to when you want to find something. So the main meanings of the verb buscar are to seek, to look for, or to search. So that's what this verb means. Now let's talk about common everyday uses of the verb buscar. Buscar. So the first one is when looking for objects. That's an easy one. If you're trying to find your keys, your phone, your laptop, or anything physical, then you can use this verb. Let's look at an example. Estoy buscando mis llaves. Estoy buscando mis llaves. This means I'm looking for my keys. Here, buscar means to look for. Estoy, yo estoy means I am. You don't need yo, but you need estoy, which is a conjugated form of the verb estar. Yo estoy, I am. Buscando, this is the verb that we're learning right now, buscar. Buscando is the gerund of the verb buscar. Buscando means looking for. Let's include that because you're trying to find your keys. Mis means my. And then we have llaves. Llaves means keys. Keys. Okay, so that is very simple, nothing complicated here. Buscando means looking for. Estoy buscando means I'm looking for. So you can remember this phrase right here, estoy buscando, and then just replace this part. You can change this to, for example, mi carro. Mi carro. Mi carro means my car. Okay? My car. You can change it to something else. For example, mi cartera. Estoy buscando mi cartera. And that means I'm looking for my wallet. Okay, so this part over here, the beginning of this sentence, is very useful because you can just say that, and that means I'm looking for, and then just replace the noun. So that is great. Remember, you can use buscar when looking for objects, for anything, really. Now, let's look at the second use of the verb buscar. Buscar can be used when searching for information. So you want to know more about something. Now, let's see how you can use buscar when searching for information. Busqué respuestas en Internet. Busqué respuestas en Internet. This means I searched for answers online or on the internet. Now, let's break this down. Busqué busqué, yo busqué. You don't need to say yo. You can only say busqué, and that means I searched for. So you're just saying that you were, trying to find information online. So busqué means I search for. Again, you don't need to say yo. You can just say busqué. And this is the verb that we're learning, by the way. It's in past tense, present tense. And then we have respuestas. Respuestas means answers. En internet, this phrase right here means on the internet, or it's similar to saying online as well. You could say en línea, or we can change this to on the internet. So you can say either one. En internet, en línea, that's fine. But en internet means on the internet. Okay? Remember, you can use buscar when searching for information. The next use of the verb buscar is job hunting. When trying to find a job. If you're trying to find a job, you can use this verb. So let's look at an example. Busco trabajo. Busco trabajo. That's a very short sentence, and it means I'm looking for a job. So this is a very useful phrase if you're trying to find a job, or just to let a person know that you're trying to find a job. So let's break this down. Let's see where buscar is. I'm pretty sure you saw the verb already. You found the verb already. Busco is the verb buscar. Okay, yo busco, or just busco means I'm looking for. Okay? And it's very common to say this when trying to find a job. Busco trabajo. I'm looking for trabajo. You don't need to say un trabajo because that's not a common thing to say in Spanish when saying this busco trabajo. You can just say busco trabajo. You could say busco un trabajo, but it's more common to say busco trabajo. Okay? So I'm looking for. Trabajo means job, technically. You're just saying, I'm looking for job. I know it sounds incomplete in English, but in Spanish, it's perfectly normal to say that. But technically, busco trabajo is very similar to saying, I'm looking for a job. Okay? Excellent. Let's talk about another two common everyday uses of buscar. So the next use is when looking for people. So you're trying to find someone specifically. It could be your mom, your boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, and so on. So let's look at an example using buscar when looking for people. Buscas a María. Buscas a María. By the way, María needs an accent mark on the letter I. So, what does this mean? This means, are you looking for María? So I have the accent mark here, but not over there. But it's fine. It's fine. Are you looking for María? That's what you're asking here. Are you looking for María? Buscas, that means are you looking? Technically, are you looking for? But something important to notice here is that we added a. Buscar a. Buscar a is used when trying to find people, when you're looking for people specifically. So when you do that, you have the verb buscar. So That's why we see it there. That's why we see it right here. Buscas a means are you looking for? Okay, remember that a is used when trying to find a person specifically. So then right after we have the person, Maria. Maria, Maria, Maria. Are you there, Maria? So, buscas a Maria means are you looking for Maria? So now let's look at another example. Really easy. I can just change this to busco. Yo busco a. Then you have to say the person. For example, busco a mi esposo. Busco a mi esposo. Busco a mi esposo means I'm looking for my husband. Okay? Busco a mi esposo. So you can just remember this. Busco a, and that means I'm looking for someone. Remember that we're talking about someone. You can't put here keys, for example. Busco a mis llaves. That doesn't work. We're talking about people, not objects. So busco a is great for that. By the way, the verb buscar is right here. Busco. And also, previously, we can see it, we can find it here. Buscas, buscas, buscas. That's the verb buscar. Okay? So, excellent. Remember, you need to know the conjugation of the verb buscar if you want to use it. Let me know if you want me to have videos about conjugations only and what tenses would you like to learn the most. So I might have lessons just about verb conjugations. Excellent. Now, the next common everyday use of buscar is when shopping or browsing. When shopping or browsing. So, yeah, you can just enter into a store and you can use buscar just to say, hey, I'm looking for something. Okay? So, let's look an example when shopping. Busco una chaqueta negra. Busco una chaqueta negra. This means I'm looking for a black jacket. Okay, so let's break this down. Right at the beginning, you can see the verb buscar. Buscar, it's conjugated for the personal pronoun yo. Yo busco. And busco is in present tense. Busco means I am looking for something. Una means a. Chaqueta or chamarra, both mean the same thing. Jacket. So chamarra, that's another way to refer to a jacket. Chaqueta, chamarra, both mean, as I said a second ago, jacket. Negra, this is feminine. Negra, why? Because chaqueta is feminine, the noun is feminine, and also you can see here we had to use an indefinite article, feminine, indefinite article, because chaqueta, we're paying attention to the noun. Chaqueta is a noun and it's a feminine one, la chaqueta. That's why we need to have feminine adjectives and feminine articles. So, una chaqueta negra means a black jacket. Okay, so if you go into a store, you can just say busco, just busco, and then add whatever you're looking for. Okay, so if you want to buy, I don't know, a jacket, a coat, pants, a dress, anything, a belt, you can say this in Spanish, busco, and then add whatever you're looking for. Actually, we have one more use. Let's talk about it. The last use is when seeking opportunity hope, or improvement. Okay, so now we are using buscar when it means to seek. For example, él busca la felicidad en las cosas simples. Él busca la felicidad en las cosas simples. This means he seeks happiness in simple things. Okay, so let's break this down. Let's see how this sentence works. Él means he. Busca means seeks. La felicidad. Technically, you're saying the happiness, but it's similar to just saying happiness. En las cosas, things, or the things. Simples means simple. Pretty much the same spelling, but we had to add an S. Why? Because the noun is plural. Cosas, things. So that's why we have simples. Él busca la felicidad en las cosas simples. He seeks happiness in simple things. So you can use buscar. It's right here. Buscar when talking about seeking opportunities, hope, or improvement. So we're talking about intangible things and things like happiness, hope, and things that you would like to improve on or that you're hoping when talking about hope or opportunities in general. Excellent. Now you know how to use the verb buscar in 6 different ways. So please share some examples using buscar. The more examples, the better, so you can practice your Spanish and master the verb buscar. If you like this lesson, please give it a like. That helps me a lot. Also, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Muchas gracias por ver este video. Los veo a la próxima. Adiós. I want to give a big shout out to our Cafecito members: Christopher Michael, Ruby Brockenberry, Brianna L, Michael Lee, Regulation D, Hanko Juan, Christine Mache, Washly Bader, Formula Air JSE, Alan K, James Torma, Sherry Davis, Rich G, and Judy Baldock. Thank you to all of our Cafecito members. If you want to support this channel and buy me a cup of coffee, please check out the Cafecito membership by clicking on the join button down below. Muchas gracias.